Welcome to our channel, A Person Life Cycle. Few phrases associated with Steve Jobs are as memorable as stay hungry, stay foolish. At first, the words sound strange. Why would someone want to remain hungry or foolish? Steve Jobs was not encouraging people to be ignorant or irresponsible. The phrase represents a mindset. Remain curious, ambitious, open-minded, and willing to take risks even after achieving success. The expression became closely associated with Jobs after his famous 2005 Stanford University commencement speech, but the words themselves were not originally coined by him. Jobs used the phrase at the end of his speech as a powerful summary of the attitude he believed was important for life. 1. Where did the phrase come from? Stay hungry, stay foolish originally appeared in the final issue of the Whole Earth catalog in 1974. The publication's editor, Stuart Brand, placed the phrase on the back cover as a farewell message. Years later, Jobs encountered the phrase and found it meaningful. At Stanford in 2005, Jobs ended his speech by telling the graduating students, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." The phrase became one of the most memorable parts of his speech. 2. What does stay hungry mean? Stay hungry does not mean being physically hungry. It means never become completely satisfied with where you are. After achieving one goal, continue searching for another. If you become successful, keep learning. If you become wealthy, continue creating. If people recognize your achievements, don't assume you have nothing left to improve. Hunger represents ambition, curiosity, and the desire to grow. A person who remains hungry keeps asking, what can I learn next? What can I build? How can I become better? What problem can I solve? This mindset prevents success from becoming the end of the journey. 3. What does stay foolish mean? The word foolish is more complicated. Jobs did not mean that people should make careless decisions or refuse to learn. Instead, stay foolish can be understood as remaining willing to think differently and pursue ideas that other people may consider unrealistic. When everyone says something cannot be done, a person willing to appear foolish may still ask, what if it can be done? That question can lead to innovation. Children often behave this way naturally. They ask unusual questions, explore unfamiliar things, and don't always worry about what other people think. Adults sometimes lose this quality. They become concerned about reputation, failure, criticism, and looking foolish. Stay foolish encourages people to keep some of that courage to experiment. 4. Don't let other people's expectations define you. One of the deeper ideas behind the phrase is independence of thought. Society often tells people what a successful life should look like. Get a good job, earn money, buy a house, climb the career ladder, avoid failure, follow the safe path. But meaningful innovation often requires someone to question the normal path. Steve Jobs himself made unconventional decisions throughout his career. His approach was often based on combining technology with design, simplicity, and user experience in ways that challenged existing expectations. The lesson is not to reject conventional wisdom automatically. The lesson is to think for yourself before accepting it. 5. Stay hungry even after success. Success can create a hidden danger, complacency. Once people achieve money, status, recognition, or comfort, they may stop challenging themselves. They begin protecting what they already have rather than creating something new. Stay hungry represents the opposite attitude. Instead of asking, what have I already achieved? Ask, what can I achieve next? This mindset applies to business, education, relationships, creativity, and personal development. 6. Stay foolish enough to take risks. Every meaningful achievement involves some uncertainty. Starting a business is uncertain. Learning a new skill is uncertain. Changing careers is uncertain. Creating something completely new is uncertain. If you always choose the option that guarantees safety, you may also limit your opportunities. Stay foolish suggests being willing to take calculated risks. It does not mean acting recklessly. It means accepting that some valuable opportunities will look unreasonable before they become successful. 7. Curiosity is more important than having all the answers. A curious person does not need to know everything. Instead, they keep asking questions. Why does this work? Why doesn't that work? Can this be done differently? What happens if I try another approach? Curiosity creates movement. Once curiosity disappears, learning often slows down. This is why stay hungry and stay foolish work well together. Hunger creates the desire to learn. Foolishness gives you the courage to explore. 8. Don't be afraid to start again. Jobs' Stanford speech also focused heavily on setbacks, uncertainty, and connecting experiences over time. He discussed being removed from the company he had helped create and later returning to Apple. His story demonstrates an important principle. Failure does not necessarily mean the end of the journey. Sometimes a setback forces you to discover a new direction. You may lose a job and discover a new career. You may fail at a business and discover a better idea. You may leave one path and eventually find a more meaningful one. The future often becomes clearer only after you move forward. 9. The phrase is about maintaining a beginner's mind. Stay foolish can also be interpreted as maintaining a beginner's mind. A beginner is willing to say, I don't know. Teach me. Let me try. What if I'm wrong? Experienced people sometimes become trapped by what they already know. They assume their previous experience tells them everything they need to know. A beginner remains open. That openness can be extremely valuable in a rapidly changing world. 10. Apply it to modern life. The message behind the phrase remains relevant today. Technology changes quickly. New industries appear. Old skills become less valuable. Artificial intelligence is changing how people work and learn. In such an environment, becoming comfortable with what you already know can be dangerous. Instead, stay hungry, keep learning. Stay foolish, remain open to new ideas. Stay curious, keep asking questions. Stay adaptable, be willing to change. Stay courageous, don't let fear of failure control every decision. Conclusion. Stay hungry, stay foolish is more than a catchy motivational phrase. It represents a philosophy of continuous growth. Stay hungry means don't lose your desire to learn, improve, create, and accomplish something meaningful. Stay foolish means don't become so afraid of failure or criticism that you stop experimenting, questioning, and thinking differently. Success should not make you stop learning. Knowledge should not make you stop asking questions. Failure should not make you stop trying. And age should not make you stop being curious. The deeper message is simple. Never become so comfortable that you stop growing, and never become so afraid of looking foolish that you stop exploring what is possible. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share to support the channel. Keep learning, stay curious, and never be afraid to think differently. Stay hungry. Stay foolish. See you in the next video.